Goodbye.
The 18th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Okay, we'll take a short break, Lou.
Basar Bamayim Hanis Karim. So I guess some hold that they do not eat meat by Yamim in these days of remembrance.
Well, on this ground that had been mentioned, meaning
that had been mentioned.
Right there's he who mentions it speaks about that according to those who are accustomed not to eat meat during those times that we mentioned above, meaning in general from Shvush Chalboy or for the Ashkenazi for Rosh Chodesh, right? Some even from Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, right?
Right. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Karim. Mutarim Bishvil. No, not Bishvil. Bitavshil Shet Nitbashel Bo Basar. Okay, so it's they permit the cooking of meat.
Correct.
Okay.
In a tavshil is possible basa, meaning they permit courses of food which have had basa cooked in them. Meaning, meaning not you can't eat the meat directly, but let's say potatoes which were cooked. You had, say, had a roast beef, and you had potatoes left over from the roast beef that you roasted with the beef. So those potatoes, according to this, what we're saying here now, would be permissible to eat. Because you're not eating meat, you're tasting meat perhaps in the potatoes, but really what you're eating is the potatoes.
Yeah, I also read someplace where if someone's cooking, I guess particularly for Shabbat, because if they want to taste what they're cooking, they can taste it, but then they have to spit it out. That's what I heard.
Yeah, we might get to that. Let's see, for Erev Shabbos, during the 9 days, let's say a person wants to taste the food for Shabbos, right? So yeah, you could taste the meat. I think the Mr. Bruce speaks about that.
Okay. Okay. The Asurim, the Bisar Of, Bisar Maluach, Toseim, or Toses. Okay. And it's forbidden chicken, the meat of chicken, salted meat. I guess that's maybe delicatessen, maybe, I don't know.
Well, actually, in those days, if you know, they used to preserve meat by salting it, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's a whole different type of a meat than what we're used to. You know, that highly preserved meats through salt. Mr. Brew will discuss. Hello, Lou. We just lost Mayor. Mayor just dropped out this moment.
I saw.
Okay.
Where are we, Rabbi?
So we're in the Mishnah Berura Tov Kuf Nun Aleph. That's in the 6th volume of the Mishnah Berura. Siman Tov Kuf Nun Aleph, and we're doing
I've got the wrong book. I got the wrong book. Let me give me a second, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, sorry, man, we lost you for a moment momentarily there, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe I hit something. Okay, whatever.
Okay, I got sixth volume. What'd you say it was? Tough something?
Tough kuf, nun aleph,
Tough kuf. Nun. Tough kuf.
aleph, sif yud. Yeah,
Nun.
maybe you
Aleph.
might, yeah, right. And maybe you want to repeat the mechaber for Lou's benefit, that we'll just do a quick azar on that.
Okay, so there's some there. Yeah, Lou.
I got Kuf Kuf Nun Aleph. I'm looking for Sif Yud.
Yud. Right. Begins with Yesh Mi Shomer.
Okay, I see Yud Bet. I see Yud Aleph.
Well, go back one more and you should be there.
Yeah. I see Yud. Yesh Mi.
Right.
Definitely. Very
Okay,
good.
thank you for waiting for me.
No problem.
So there's some that say that according to some that don't eat meat, which was mentioned above, they permit the cooking of meat or meat with we were just talking about like potatoes with a meat sauce, that food that had meat, that was cooked with them. Rabbi First was discussing potatoes maybe with some sort of a meat
Right.
sauce.
But the
I
top
have stew written down here.
yeah, like
Well, a stew, yeah.
you can't eat the meat of the stew, but the stew vegetables, that's what's permissible according to this. For us, lamaisa, we don't do this. We'll get to the what's relevant to lamaisa, but this is according to the mechaber at this point.
Right. So we're on the Asurim Basar Oaf. It's forbidden to eat chicken. And we're just
Okay.
talking about Basar Maluach, salted meat. I thought that was
Yeah.
deli, but in ancient times they salted meat to keep it preserved.
Right.
The yayin and wine. I'm not sure what.
Tosis, meaning that literally it's like bubbling wine. Really, mean what it means is it's they didn't really have any what you call grape juice, because grape juice after almost a matter of hours will start to ferment in one way or another, right?
Uh-huh.
So they ate grapes straight as grapes, or if they would squeeze grapes, they would drink that juice right away, right? But then anything that would be squeezed from grapes and left for even, like I say, even a short time under proper conditions, it'll start to foam, start to, they'll get a, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, even orange juice, if you leave it out fresh, real fresh, not pasteurized. That's what pasteurized does. It kills all the yeast or whatever
Bacteria.
bacteria
Yeah.
cause the fermentation. But if you leave a fresh squeezed frozen orange juice out for a matter of hours, even if it's a warm enough day, you'll get a tangy feeling and sensation in your mouth because it's already starting to work. And so that's the yayin toisis is the like the fresh bubbling wine, which is really the very beginning, earliest stages of the wine when it's beginning to ferment. It's just being it's not wine yet at all. It's just grape juice, which is beginning to.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tosais. Okay. Umutar lishto yayin havdalah uverchat hamazon. Okay, so one is permitted to drink wine for Havdalah and grace after meals. Birchat Hamazon.
Right. Now let's stop here and do the Mr. Brewers up to this point. Go slowly.
Okay. Okay, so let's see where we're holding. Yud. Why can't I find it? The first one is Kaftet. No, not Kaftet. Samic Dalid.
Yes.
Earlier, a little bit earlier than that.
Samic Bet.
Kimmel. Samic Kimmel.
Yeah. Mutarim b'tavshil.
Oh yeah,
You can't eat-
Mutarim. Okay, right.
You could eat the dish of the
Samic Gimel. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so Mutarim Tashvil. So it's permitted to cook. Aval Shumin Shel Basar Dino Kibasar Atzmo. Okay, so the fat of meat is considered as meat itself. Let's see. V'asur le'echol tavshil sheyesh bo shuman. And it's forbidden to eat anything that's cooked within this fat. V'ha'id, let's see. V'ha'idna nehigei alma le'asur af tavshil shel basar. Not sure what ha'idna is.
Hidden means nowadays.
Oh, nowadays it's generally forbidden to cook with the meat, I guess, or of meat.
Well, it's also to. We're talking about eating now. It's also to eat even a tavshil shel basar, meaning again if there's no basar there itself, and also without the fats of the basar as well. So
What's
if you have
tavshil?
Tavshil is a dish, a course, a recipe of basar.
Oh, okay. I thought tavshil. Okay, that makes sense.
There's no good. I don't know. There's no good word. I don't know. What do you know? What do you word in English that I've come across that with the tavshil? Tavshil is a something you're going to eat. It's like a recipe, a dish, a course.
Yeah. Okay.
It means that there's no actual meat in it.
Yeah, no actual meat in it, right? And again, we said the Mishna also said you can't have any meat fats in it either.
Right.
So you can't eat it even if there's no meat in it.
Right. Correct.
Okay. Let's see. V'davka b'tavshil shel basar aval im rak nivashel b'kedera shel basar the mutar. Okay, and let's see. So, and specifically the dish of meat, or with the dish of meat, yes. But if it's only cooked in a pot of meat, pashita, it's simple that it is permitted.
When you say a pot of meat, is that like a pot that's fleischig, but there's no mamish meat in it?
Right. That could be whether it's going to be within the same day, 24 hours or not. That's another question. I would imagine we're talking about Kederishal Basar. We must be talking about that it's within the first 24 hours. Yeah. After the 24 hours, that's even more obvious that it'll be permissible. So let's say you'd be you're cooking in you're making some chicken or beef stew or something like that, and cooking in a pot now. So tomorrow morning, you could still use that pot to eat something tomorrow, even though it was cooked within 24 hours, meat in it.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay, v'nireh, kol shenafal basar, the tafshil, v'yeshishim peshita tishare. Okay, and it appears that if a meat fell in a pot, and it's what, only 1/60th. So what, it's okay.
Yeah, it's also near the call the novel bus tav shel yesh shishim pshita d'shay. Also, if you buckle the shishim, right, also it's going to be permissible.
What does the word
Okay.
share mean?
Shari is means permissible.
Okay, Samik Dalit, Basurim, Bivasar Oaf, and it's forbidden to have chicken. Mikom Makom, Misha Ef Shor Lo Lechol Machle Chalav, Mutar Lo Lechol Basar Oaf. Hold on, I'm not sure I understand that. So, in general, it is not permissible for him to eat
Chicken, he can't eat chicken, right?
Chalab. Machale Chalav is chicken.
No, excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, if a person is a choila, he's sick, a choila, and he's sick and he can't eat for some reason milk, can't have milk products.
Oh, oh, okay. Mutar lo lechol b'sarof. So then he is permitted to eat chicken.
Right.
Oh, basar maluach, or this salted meat. What, for 3 days? Gimel Yamim, looks like.
That, yeah, I mean, he was salted for 3 days.
Oh,
Salted for
salted for 3 days.
That's
Oh,
that's where they would soak the meat. They would salt. They would bury the meat in salt for 3 days. That would make it would help preserve it. What it does, it takes a lot of the um, moisture out of the meat, so it loses
okay.
in some respects it loses its you're not the person's not so happy to eat it. I'm not sure. Again, I didn't live in those times. I'm not sure if they I think they might have reconstituted the meat, meaning they salted it to preserve it. And I think when they came to to use it, obviously they would be cooking it. It was I think they took raw meat and they buried it in salt for 3 days, and it would dry out, extract all the moisture from the meat, and then it would be able to be preserved, and they could transport it or they could store it without having to worry about it decaying and rotting, spoiling. And then for the time to prepare it, they would reconstitute it by obviously they would make soup or stews out of it, things like this, and that would reconstitute the meat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Umineket shechalav ra latino ksheina ochelet basar yesh l'hakel af basar behema. Umineket.
Now, Menek is a nursing woman, a woman who's nursing her child.
Oh, okay. So if the halab, if the
Her milk. So if she does, her milk will be bad for the child if she doesn't eat meat.
if she doesn't eat meat, so we're lenient. Okay.
Yes.
to let her eat meat of the animal. Okay, good. Okay. Samik uvasar maluach, salted meat, afilu bisman merubeh, what, even in a time of plenty?
That even if it's been a long time.
A long time. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's been salted. It was either, I'm not sure, either it was salted for a long time or it's been preserved for a long time.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure. I tend to think it was salted for a long time.
Okay. Demikol makom eat bay simcha kitzat. Okay, so what? Nevertheless, and it will give a little bit of joy.
Right. I mean, the point about eating meat is that you get a person eats meat, he feels happy with himself. So this salted meat, even though it's not very high quality meat, nevertheless there is some kind of a joy in having it. Therefore, it's enough joy that they still forbade eating this salt meat during the 9 days.
Okay.
Okay, one more, Mr. Brewer.
Okay,
And,
so toses. Dehainu toch gimel lidrisato shehu matoch ve'ino chazak ufasul legabe mizbeach. Okay, so what dehainu toch?
it's within, meaning, what does it mean? This grape juice has been it's within 3 days of its resuscitation, of its being um, crushed and
Pressed, yeah, okay.
pressed, right?
Okay. So that it's sweet, but it's not strong.
Right.
Possible, but it's what possible to what put on the altar?
Yeah, it's still not, it's not
Oh, because it's not really wine yet.
not wine at all, correct?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, v'chein kol elu hanizkarim la'el. Okay, so we saw that above, mentioned above. Mikol makom kiblu avotenu alehem le'asor kol minei basar v'yayin. Okay, so nevertheless, our fathers took it on them to forbid all types of meat and wine.
Right. So even though this is only grape juice and it's not really fit for the mizbeach, nevertheless, it's still considered part of the Gezerah decree that they accepted upon themselves. Let's do one more, and then I'll have to stop. Some
Okay.
Zion. This is
So,
on we by Bris Mila, and by Havdalah, excuse me, Havdalah, and Birkas Hamazon. It's mutter. Right.
okay. Mutar lishtot, and it's permitted to eat. Okay. The high gavna lo kiblu alaihu kamola inyan sha'ar suda mitzvah.
Right. That when they made the decrees about not eating meat and drinking wine during these days, they did not include in that any time you would have the permissibility to eat and drink wine during a Sudas mitzvah. Okay, very good.
Yeah, Yishkoyach, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Mayor.
Book to you. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate
Hope to see you. Hope to see you all tomorrow, Mitzvah. Have a very good afternoon.
Amen. Thank you.
Shalom, bye.
it. Okay.
Bye.